Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting story. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story. It is Monday. Yesterday was a very fun day. I enjoyed it all being off. A little bit shorter than we anticipated. Not quite the video we were expecting, but I think you guys will enjoy it eventually anyway. Now we have to work all week, but it means we get 2 weeks off this weekend, which is nice. Are you ready? I have chosen an emoji race because I feel like we haven't done one of those for a while, and this video doesn't really fit any of the other race themes, so you get what you get, and that's all that there is. So you ready? Here we go. Shout out time. Here's a shout out just for you. You support me, so I support you. This shout out is for our friends. Let's see who it is today. Ready. Off we go. There we go. We got She Stole, Eddie, Reef, CNC, Donna, Bubba, Cable, Sylvia, Cal King, Nacha, Lucy, Catching, Mayhem, Praying, Stace, Reef, Makeup, Jamaican, JB, Tay Eats, Frugal, Lynn, Wit, Lower, Sylvia, Lainey, let's see, Ohio, Cruising Nuts, Goat, Turtle, Talks, I, Contact, there's Faces back there, hi Faces, Rip, Judy May, there's Traveling Van, Tramps with the angry emoji, Justice is freezing, let's see here, Crazy, Rips, it looks like it's gonna be Rips, okay, Rip is Rip 'em all, and of course it's Ripping all, and sports cards. So as you can see, we've got lots of sports related stuff. We've got some packs and cards, and look, FNAF. I love FNAF. I know I'd seen FNAF somewhere. I didn't realize it was here. I'm a genius. And some lives with pack opening and stuff. So if you like cards, sports, or Funkos, especially FNAF ones, check them out. Have a good day. He says he's Cheetos today. Maybe just cheesy.
It's a little cheesy. It's not easy being cheesy. Anyway, right now we're in the happy town of Lead, not Lead.
Lead.
South Dakota, if you haven't figured that out yet. Now, a lot of people, they handcuff the names Lead and Deadwood together because, well, they're pretty much, brother and sister, right next door neighbors. A lot of people know about Central City. A lot of people know about the little suburb that we just drove through. But interestingly enough, there's a fourth town that most people from outside of the area have never heard of because it no longer exists, but it was critical to this area. There's a place called Terraville. Now, it's considered a ghost town now. Founded in 1877, it was a mining camp. Would later evolve. It would get purchased by Homestake in a way they're going to expand their mining operations. Well, the history on it is, in 1870, 4 men. A lot of these are, pretty much historical references. Now, Moses and Fred Manuel, Hank Kearney, and Alex Ing entered the area in the hunt for gold. They each filed a claim at the Bobtail Gulch, February 21st, 1876. Well, that spring, they discovered a rich lode, and on April the 9th, 1876, they located it under the name Homestake. Well, the Homestake would later be bought by men from California who formed the Homestake Mining Company. Now, the first headquarters for Homestake was actually in Terraville, 1877, and it became a home for the miners and their families, including local mines, mines like the Caledonia, the Terra, and the Deadwood. A tunnel was built by the company to connect Terraville to Lead, and the tunnel was kind of a neat deal because not only could the workers use it to get to and from work to home, regular residents of the town would use that tunnel so they could go and shop and get their supplies and then bring it back home. The tunnel to this day is still actually there. Of course, it's barricaded off because security and other things. But interestingly enough, by 1880, 4 years later, the town population was 775 people.
Oh dear.
Back then. It was like just a whole hilltop up there. Sat right between Lead and Central City. And during its golden years, here's one of the stats that kind of boggled my mind. It had 220 stamp mills.
Wow.
That is a lot of stamp mills in one town. Town grew to include several stores, bars, churches. Most notable and longest serving was the Terraville Methodist Church, a schoolhouse, a hospital, boarding houses, and several smaller houses. Now, in the town of Lead, in the town of Deadwood, one thing that always stands out are steps. There was 280 steps that would connect various parts of the town and the surrounding areas and mines. Water rights were secured for the town by the company, and by 1900, there was approximately 700 people who were using the local town's post office. Well, Homestake would later start their departure. They would move the headquarters and mining activities to Lead. In 1970, most of the residents of Terraville would travel to Lead for shopping and work, and Terraville didn't have a mayor or law enforcement except for the county sheriff. Well, in the summer of 1982, the post office would close and the town would be destroyed. The 723 residents were forced to move when Homestake decided to create an open-cut mine. The Homestake called it the Terraville Test Pit Project. Every building, most of them at least 100 years old, were torn down.
Bye-bye.
And at 102 years old, that Methodist church was the oldest operating church west of the Mississippi River.
Wow. At
the time of its demolition. In fact, at that time, plans were being made to make it into a historical landmark. Unfortunately, the only thing that remains now are roads. We're going to take a look at a few of those. And it also mentions that annually there's a reunion that former residents of Terraville hold every year since 2001 in Deadwood.
Whee!
Located in Lawrence County, built on the peak of a mountain between Lead and Central City, just above the Homestake mine. You also get a good look at what's now known as the open cut. And it says that nearby, the ghost town of Lincoln is also nearby. Have not seen that on one of my maps, but go ahead and watch video. We're going to do our little drive around. Enjoy the video, folks. Whee! I'll point out a few of the other fun-filled features. A lot of these are more modern buildings. Over here to the right is where one of the lead cemeteries are, and it's kind of funny because it's slowly sinking into the hillside. This over here. Thank you
for putting it on a hillside.
This over here is the old roundhouse that the locomotives used to use. It's now yes, we definitely want to go in it, Adley. Got to watch for traffic, obviously.
What?
Tourists.
We don't have the right of way?
No.
They're not. I thought being local.
Sideways.
What? That's not even a thing. You're just making stuff up now.
I make stuff up. It's called recipes.
Well, we did that already, remember?
Right. Okay, Dixon Avenue, one of the happy roads.
Lead goes up.
Up.
Lead is on a hill.
Yeah.
multiple hills. Lead is also very scary.
Yeah.
So I will be very anxious while Joe decides he wants to entertain you. And I will not be looking out the window very often.
Nope. Or she'll be admiring the hillsides while I'm pointing
when
out
there's
things at
hillsides.
random. Yeah.
Otherwise I'll be looking down at my phone, hiding.
Yeah. Several older structures, as you can see.
Here's something up there.
Yep.
No parking anytime. Wow, darn it, I wanted to park right there.
Yes.
Seems like a great parking spot.
Exactly. Sled house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I like the mailboxes.
Whee! Of course, you know, obey all signs. Yield.
What? Oh, but bay signs. I can't read.
These are more modern houses, double wides. And of course, everything also has concrete reinforcement because, well,
It's on a
the
hill!
hillside, yeah. An older structure.
Crazy people.
A wooden house. Somebody had a lot of brick there.
Yes, I see that. That's kind of cool. I grew up around Lead. I have many relatives who live in Lead. My aunt's store is on the outskirts of Lead. How about Parish? Where's the Parish?
You think it's inside that building there?
That's a lodge.
Maybe it's at the far end of it then, I don't know.
Maybe.
School bus. And of course, if you go down that way through the canyon, there's a more mining actually going on to this day and age, which is kind of surprising, but they probably figure if they can still get the gold out of it, they will.
One thing about this part of South Dakota is that there are a lot of canyons.
A lot of gulches, a lot of little
And
areas.
sometimes you have to qualify which canyon you're talking about. This is not the canyon. That is something we should do one of these days. Have you drive through the canyon.
The canyon.
And I say that in quotations because I think it's a local thing. Well, you also call it, most people that I know call it the canyon. Because it's not a, there's Spearfish Canyon, there's lots of canyons here. But the canyon is the most popular way to get to between Spearfish and not Spearfish, between Sturgis and Deadwood.
Yeah. Into your second section. This is Terraville Avenue. This was your primary approach when you wanted to go to Terraville back in the day. Again, you go right past the roundhouse, which is an absolutely huge
It's
building.
a huge building. I'd love to poke around in there.
You can just imagine the workers, you know, hiking along the way, you know, have hard hats on, carrying lunch boxes. There's a stairway. And again, more of the concrete walls. Some places are still reinforcing, which is kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Roosevelt Avenue goes straight up the hill.
That's a good road. Oi, oi, oi.
Some of these older places.
You imagine trying to repair these roads?
Oh, it's got to be beneficial.
I mean, look at
back
look at these roads. They're very, I mean, they're not in as bad shape as that one.
here. Right. Little driveway sneaking its way up.
Now, you'll see lots of garages that are in the hill, usually under houses, which scares me. There's a cool little building.
Yeah. I think that might have been one of the old either garages or a schoolhouse.
Bug bag!
Bug.
Hello, bug bag!
But then you'd come down here, and there's the gate.
Can't go any further that way.
Nope. and it effectively says no trespassing, so we will not break the law.
What? Damn it.
I know.
My law-abiding citizens that we are.
Yep.
Also, you cannot really turn around anywhere in Rapid or in Lead. You have to be very careful. They still have snow on top of their car.
I see that. And we will turn around. But like they said, it was all up on this hilltop up here was where the town of Terraville was. And the people had, the mine was right there. They could hike over the top of the hill. They could hike through the tunnel. Getting to work was not a problem. And it was well working for a number of years. The houses were over 100 years old. Now, the more modern town of Lead, people that had money and could afford it, they started building houses up here. And again, they would have to do reinforcement. Some used rock, some used bricks, some used concrete walls. Some of these places are kind of unique looking.
I swear everybody in Lead is cray-cray.
Yeah.
Look, there's Lead. Lead is one of those towns that one of these days is going to slide into Central City or Deadwood.
Yeah. Hey, kitty.
Oh, wow, look at those stairs.
Yeah, one of our stairwells.
Holy cow, it's so rusty. I trust that. Let's go down the stairs.
Get a tetanus shot. 15 miles an hour. And more. Oh, see, that's a nice looking garage there. They worked hard to put the garage
Yeah, that's
there.
a nice one.
Yep. And of course, because of the fact that, you're still trying to house as many people as you can here in Lead, parking up here is just absolutely amazing.
Parking is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They park on the side of the road, and sometimes
There
it's
goes another stairway.
very tricky to get in between because they don't have like.
I'd like to hike down to your house down that stairway.
Yeah, there you go. Go down the house.
Or up the hill.
Or up the hill. They don't really have. Well, there's a parking spot, but they don't really have driveways.
Mm-hmm.
Or most of them don't. Some of them do. Most of them don't have driveways, so they'll park alongside the road in a lot of times.
Oh, car buddy.
I see that.
Now that there might be a way back up in there, but I can imagine there's probably a gate that sits back there.
Probably.
Or you might also have people looking at you like, what are you doing? I'm just looking. I'm peeking around like I usually do. But yeah, see, a lot of these houses, they're more modern. They might have been built in the 50s and 60s, some probably later than that. But as, the population started to shift from Terraville to Lead, that's when they made their decision. They said, this is what we're going to be. Now, check out that road right there.
They go straight up.
That's your bobsled run right there.
Yes, it would be. Definitely bobsled
There's a
run.
bobsled run right there, too.
A little one, yeah.
Yeah. Minor one. If you're a kid, I hope you have coaster brakes or an anchor. And here's one of the ledges that Sue loves intensely.
Not looking.
Not looking.
No. I know you guys can't see anything but tree, but trust me.
Now here is what's known as the open cut.
It's a good space.
And obviously we can't go. Honey? No. Oh, there is a way around there now. Interesting. I think we'll go that way though. But
You want to go down that way?
no.
No. Somebody lost their umbrella.
I see that. We got stuck tapped into the fence.
I was thinking that was a fence for a trampoline, but it's not. It's I don't know, maybe a little garden or something?
That's what I'm thinking.
There's the umbrella I was talking about. Maybe Mary Poppins is going to visit the open cut.
Could be. Strong as the wind we had the other day. We had high wind warnings in most of western South Dakota. They said that the gusts were up to 65 miles an hour. Worse. it was rattling the roofs in several of our locations. But that gives us up to that point. Now, the second part that we're going to go into, and it's kind of the layered effect, is kind of how they've done the houses around here. Because again, you know, if you could build a spot in a location, they would build it.
Oh yeah.
And they had to, because, you know, the workforce for Homestake, you know, needed the people. And so then they took the second layer. This is what's going to make Sue inhale.
Some of these streets. And these people live up here in the winter when it gets icy. Look at that. Look at that.
And again, more stairwells.
More garages under houses.
There goes the stairwell down to that door.
Ooh. Yeah, there. Or a lead. There's another sign says, "Do not enter."
Do not enter. No trespassing. Now, see, the one time I was working up here, you didn't even have the light up here to take and see this, because it was out black.
Oh, jeez.
And we also do remember a story where some kids were actually playing over there and came off one of the edges, and they had to go rescue them.
Right, I remember that story from our trip. And you should see that. It's on the Sanator? No, not Sanator.
That is a Sanator.
Is it Sanator? Can't remember the name of the place.
Yeah. But now we're going to go over to the far side, because the open cut is actually cradled by two housing developments. And it's kind of funny, the older houses that are set up in the old section of Lead are some really unique places. And these are kind of nice because you can see the distances between the buildings. This other place, my wife would be proud of the game Tetris.
Yes.
Because
they use their space.
Oh yeah, if they had 3 inches, they would stick in 2.5 of it. And you can see a good view of the town here from the far side. You can see both of the main roads leading up into the hill. And up on top of that hill is both the mine and the lab, but also one of the cemeteries is over there. We did videos of that. There's another one of our stairwells.
We're still on the roof.
Oh god, it goes all the way down and down and down and down. There's another stairwell there too. Garages. Lots of garages. But yeah, I could not imagine the craziness involved with driving this. I mean, they do have fence posts, but I'm sorry, a post is not going to stop your car, especially how wide open. Now there's a guardrail at least,
right? You know that's there because they had to.
Yeah. And there's the newer construction hotels that they built. Hotel parking only. Well, why not?
Minders everything.
It's around back here. Look, parallel parking only.
What? Steps.
Now, I do believe that this was their recreational facility.
I believe so.
And from what I remember is that they're still working on it, because they did have some issues come up regarding the roof leaking. The Handley Center. Yep. Got a little road here. Crime watch. Really? Watch for crime.
I see crime.
Are you committing crime?
No. Just because I see it doesn't mean I'm the one doing it. Sometimes.
Someone left their door open.
Ooh.
In the
I
garage.
peek inside.
And look inside, please. And more garages. That's a nice little place there.
Yeah. As you see, the roads are not very wide. They park a lot of times on one side, sometimes both, because they're...
Love the sloping
Stairs.
hill here.
More stairs going down.
There's a door that's open.
Door. More
Some of their
stairs.
retaining walls are seriously needing some extra reinforcement.
I wonder how much it would cost to maintain a little park right there. That's kind of cool.
That's cool. I like that.
No through traffic.
Really? Okay, well, are we supposed to back up and go down there, I guess?
I guess.
Okay. Historic Italian neighborhood.
Interesting.
Huh.
I had no idea.
Me either.
Welcome to the Italian Historical, I almost said Society, neighborhood.
48-hour parking.
Cool. We can park there for 48 hours.
Oh, wow. Dead end.
Wow.
Railroad.
Little
Avenue.
stairs right there.
Oh, wow. Well, since that's a dead end, we'll go this way.
I found U-Haul. Imagine trying to move up here.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Hey, Mom and Dad, I'm living on the side of a hill. Really? Literally. Oh, look at that.
Well, that's an ugly greenhouse. That's all I can
Yeah,
say about
yeah.
that. Of course, not as ugly as that one, but you know,
Right.
ugly. Woo,
Some
there's
more
some
newer
stairs.
houses, yeah. That's an apartment building, actually. We swing down.
Oh, that needs a new roof.
Oh, badly. Wow.
It's an interesting little building here.
Garage. Interesting.
I just saw windows.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, again, if they had a place they could stick a house, you know, a residence, sometimes they're stacked on top of each other. Sometimes the garages are on top of the house. Sometimes they're behind the house. You don't have much for yard area. I hit a home run. Yes, you did. Can you get the ball back? Nope. I couldn't tell you how to get to the house. And then here's the road that cuts down to the gas station.
Ooh. Some of these houses are so cool.
Yeah. I definitely like that one there. The manor.
Yeah, it's one of those places you can stay in.
Yeah. Like a B&B or something.
Yeah. Do we want to stop it here? Or
No.
want to do more lead?
We're gonna grab the second half.
I wasn't sure, so that's why I was asking.
And this
This
where
is downtown lead, the commercial district.
the downtown. And
It's a
it's got some
loft.
unique buildings.
Oh, it's
too.
some wonderful buildings.
Would love to go wander through a few.
Oh,
of these.
yes. So many of these buildings I'd love to just walk through. Like, look at that.
Look at that big
Look at
one
that.
there. Yeah, I would have at the ice cream shop. And then the old
Church.
post office.
A post office.
Howdy.
We've been in there. They're mean. They told us 45 minutes. It took 3 hours.
It was a great tour.
And they wouldn't let us record it.
They were sore as hell when they were done with
Oh,
it.
so mad.
There's the stamp mill. That
mill.
used to be for the business itself. And of course, like everything else, there's also going to be your
Town hall where you can stay in.
Your little shops that small towns have.
I saw this doing an open house like a couple weekends ago. I was like, wow, I'm tempted to go in and see what it looks like inside there.
Purple.
The purplest church. It's no longer a church.
Yep.
It is a jewelry art place now.
Yep.
But it is the purplest building I've ever seen.
Now, when Lead was the mining district, the houses up on this side over here, that's where the owners and stuff would live. Their houses are pretty decent, pretty large scale. Over here, you know, again, you had, imagine all that filled in. That's where Terraville was. Now, as the mine grew, consolidated, got larger, and they decided to carve that out, some of the areas around it became kind of critical. And we're going to take a tour up here.
Want to go in this building?
Yes, badly.
We need to find out who owns this building. And that one up there, too.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to get in those buildings.
Yeah.
So cool. This one here, too. These three.
Ooh. A cat. Actually, 2 cats.
I see the cat. Love to go in those buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
The other day, I actually saw a car at that one up above there. Now, these buildings here, the top one up here was a power plant.
Right.
We did discover that. And apparently, they're still stripping out the electrical, the metal out of it. Cause,
I want to go in.
yeah, I definitely want to go in and poke around and peek and see what all is in there.
There's also this walk up here we need to do one of these days.
Yeah. Yep, that's the tower.
See, there's a walkie thing there.
Yep. And it's part of this little exploratory area back here. We'll show you guys the map. Just a little concrete here, guys. Just, you know.
Just a little concrete, guys.
Yeah.
I want to go in the building.
Yes. Badly.
Oh, yeah, the dog park goes up there.
Yep. Backcountry history. And you can take the old Homestake Railroad grade trail. And it will take you back up that way, up and over, which is kind of fun. Sometimes you're definitely going to have to walk that.
Yes.
Because, you know, the thing to do. And it's historical.
Or hysterical.
Or hysterical. Watch us trying to breathe.
Yeah, they'll definitely hear me trying to breathe.
Now, up here, I'll circle a little bit so we're aimed directly at it. That's where the existing Homestake mine and the, they call it SURF now, it's Sanford Underground Research Facility. And this is where they're doing science today. One of their projects is that they're actually going to be beaming, I think it's photons, through the Earth to a facility over by Chicago. And if it works, then it's going to revolutionize things like communications, where we're actually able to use it a lot easier than our fiber optics. And then the second part of Homestake is this big white structure over here. I'll rotate the car a little. The big white structure is the shaft, and that's for the wheelhouse that would take their stuff down into the mines. It again has been standing since, I think, like the 1800s. There used to be 2 of them. There was the Ross and the Yates, and I think they finally tore the one down, unless it's still standing behind the hilltop.
I think from Terraville they turned one down, but I could be wrong. Oh.
They will give us a quick heads up. We like maps. Maps are our friends. Now the thing that's
Ross.
the thing that's kind of interesting to think about when you see that is that behind it is the Yellow Creek, the Kirk trailhead for the George S. Nicholson Trail. There is the big reservoir that they use to basically pump out wastewater, but it also was instrumental in discovering of those microbes that they could use to actually clean the water with, which was kind of cool. Also, the interesting thing is from when we did the original tour for the gold mine was that a lot of those hilltops over there were rebuilt, part of the reclamation process from mining. And so a lot of those hills are brand new. But we're going to take and go over through here, and we're actually going to get up by that road, by that tower right there. Really see the tower?
Not from this angle, I can't.
Okay.
Here we go. I got it.
You got it? Okay. Because we also know where that road is, which is kind of fun. And hopefully Sue won't have a heart attack in the process.
Too late.
Too late. Oh, darn. If you do see this tape, please remember, do not dial 911. Try 912. Yeah. Again, Hilltop is famous for structures being built right on the hill. These actually are halfway decent looking structures. And of course, they're sitting above another row of buildings below.
Makes you wonder about plumbing.
Yeah. How the heck did
if your plumbing gets clogged, do you call the neighbor above you? Excuse me, what did you do?
Yeah. Why is it flowing down their walls? A couple places there, it looked like there used to be houses, but the house is gone. So maybe they said, well, we'll buy it and remove it. No parking. There's a place for sale.
Yep.
Of course, the thing I wondered about is, like for example, is this part of this road, or is it part of the road down there, that house? Because it's kind of cookie cutter. Now, the old Abe Road, turn.
Oh.
This is when we tell the joke. Look at the deep wall there.
Wow. I look over here, because over there is scary. I'll try to give you guys a both of both. Can't really see it.
I like this little
single
top of this house here.
Yeah, that's cool. One of those gingerbread styled. God, it's gotten windy again.
Yes.
We had no wind for a little bit.
Now, if you were creative and it wasn't quite so windy, you could actually walk that over to that mine shaft, to that tower.
Maybe I'll do that someday.
Yeah. Take a small tour of it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And you can see.
Oh.
Look at that view. You can see how things were tiered up to make them stronger, make them more resilient, fighting against gravity, all that fun stuff. Meanwhile, at the same time,
right,
all the stuff down below. I wouldn't mind checking out some of those other buildings either.
Right, I'd love to see those as well.
I don't know if you can get into those. Of course,
probably
there's
not.
That big one over there too.
See, we just need to call around and bug people. Excuse me, I'd like to get into your old buildings.
Yeah, we wanted to play tour, right? Now, again, since we were talking about Terraville, there also was cases that, again, with people moving from Terraville to Lead, some of those structures probably survived and moved with. Can't imagine all 100% of the town was torn down, but when we take a look at some of these older places, we'll see a few of these. Well, there's kind of cute, the tiny one. And some of these are also kind of cookie cutter because they almost all match the same floor plan, situated the way they are. Make our next turn here. Watch for traffic. There's a little
I see that little something. I don't know what to call it.
yeah. Go down and around here. Brand new foundation for a house.
Oh, it's one of the Hummer trucks. Oh, and a barn. I like the barn.
Yeah, it's an old garage.
That's cool.
Captain's garage. Huh. Now check that out,
That's
guys.
cool. I don't care what you call it. I call it a barn.
Go up that road there. What are you doing in my neighborhood? I don't know. I got lost.
Roaming? What are you doing?
Old garage. There's an old foundation.
Right?
More modern walls. Grand view. And I love the out of place looking concrete square right there. What
You
are
definitely
doing?
somebody's wall right there.
Yeah. Pieces of a rebar sticking out of it too.
Oh, look at that little house.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
See, I would bet that that was one of the survivors,
Yeah, I agree.
especially with the little thing on the awnings.
Look at that. Guys, look at that. Oh, look at the stairs. Those look safe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those look safe. Original stairs, everybody.
Slow down, children at play. And of course, as people retired from the mining industry, they probably bought property up here and said, "Oh, we'll just set up out here and call it good."
All right. Continuing, just in case there's something else to see. My other phone decided to want to heat for some reason.
Well, I think that is the extent that we can go in this one direction, but I'll take us down and around to the other area there.
Okay. I'll try to get my other phone to cool down. I don't know why I got so hot. Might have to replace the phone.
Is that the new one?
It's the, not, it's the thicker one than, not the one we replaced, but the one I was telling you I might need to replace because the screen was all scratched.
Right.
I was gonna have you check and see if it was paid off so we could trade it in because I think it's at its 2-year point,
Okay.
and it's starting to overheat, so it might be at that point where
Need to swap
phones do that
it. Right.
because they can.
How about the incredibly wide stairs there?
Those are wonderful stairs. I don't mind, as long as I can get a new phone and it doesn't increase our phone bill.
Right. Now, this is where I was telling you guys that it is kind of amazing how they put together houses and what they used for area space.
We can't go that way, baby.
That way.
That's just a turn around driveway place.
seen east, but at the very least, the wrong east. Like the wooden wall.
Right? Just barely keeping the mountain off the car there.
Douglas.
There's a wall. There's that house again. Such a cool little house. I don't trust the stairs, but I like the house.
Church parking only.
Church? What church?
Yeah, I think it's the big white one right there.
They're parking all the way up here?
Apparently.
Well, that's annoying. Of course, parking is not a thing in Lade very much.
Yeah.
But, holy cow. I thought the church would be
Closer?
better. Well, those are kind of cool pillars.
Yeah. See, that's the church right there. So it is right next door to the church.
It's a church.
Yep.
I
Baptist
guess
church.
it is. Doesn't look like a church.
Look, Washington Park.
Park noises.
Indeed. Danger. No climbing. Keep out.
What?
Why?
How dare you?
Take all our fun out. North Street.
Oh, jeez. Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Grab a car.
What bug?
Grab a cab.
Did you say grab a car?
That's, well, when I didn't see the bottom part of that letter, look, grab a car. Grab a cab.
Yeah, that chimney's gonna need to be replaced.
Badly, you know. Another grab a cab.
See that? Probably for Deadwood.
Probably.
I imagine they have lots of people that they need to... I don't even know if they have a cab or taxi service other than those. I mean, I know some of the casinos have buses. Mm-hmm. And those grab-a-cabs I've seen a lot up here. But I don't know if they have like a regular, you know, the yellow
cab.
cabbies.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Well, there's that bright house. Red and black.
Very gothic.
Yes.
Red and black.
No trespassing, really.
But I want to.
Yes.
How dare you?
Check out this place.
Interesting. It's an interesting design.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like it, but it's interesting anyway.
There's the Dusters Street, which comes to a dead end. And then we'll make one more turn closer to the hilltop with the last access port that they had. Billings.
Going down anyway? Ooh, building permit. Very cool.
Garage
Garagey?
that's sinking.
Yes, yes it is.
Things have a sag, that's not a good sign.
Especially not up here.
Nope.
Washington. Dead end. Oh, poor dead people. They all ended down there.
Looks like there's another road down there.
Not sure how far it goes, though. I think that's where the dead end is. Or maybe... see, that's one thing about the signs. I'm like, well, which one?
Yeah.
Is it the one straight ahead of me? Or the one over there? Because it literally could be either, because it's in between the two.
Very big ribbon on a fence.
I see the ribbon. Interesting. Wonder what that's about.
And see, there's that gate right there. And I think that's the last opening that led to Terraville. And of course, danger, no trespassing.
What?
Hi.
Ooh.
We will grind. But yeah, all up on that hill up there, is now gone. They bulldozed it. They probably didn't want anybody playing due to the legal risk. People that could afford to get their houses moved probably moved them up to here. You can see some of the old foundation works and some of the older structures. Now, there was one other route. It's back by this church. You can see the hilltop there really well.
Yep.
Those buildings got built and they're still standing and being used today. Of course, most of the town could probably settle into its own gulch. We'll go that way. Yeah. This will take us over by the apartments that they have now. Actually, we can go this way. Right now.
Oh. Truck.
Tractor.
Why would you have an RV? Imagine trying to drive that big thing on these roads.
No.
Oh my goodness.
There's an old ore car.
That's kind of cool.
Mm. Again, more garages of newt. Little tiny houses. Slow children at play.
You can't go fast up here anyway. Mailboxes.
Dead ends. How'd you beat your neighbor? Well, he drove off the cliff and ran into the house. Hello.
Look at that. Look at that hill. Look at that. The slope. Oh, wow. Yeah, yes, on this side. Yikes. Oh dear.
Motorcycle.
There's a pipey pipe.
Yeah. Probably for drainage, I imagine.
That's what I imagine. I like that the mailbox is way up there.
Yeah.
Probably convenient for the mailman. But looks ridiculous otherwise.
Right. Another stairway. That's what makes me wonder. If you have like 427, do you claim that you live up here, or is it the street below you?
I think it depends on where your door faces. Like most in town, when your house is on like a corner, if your door faces the front door faces, street A, then your house is on street A. If it faces street B, very cool, then you're on street B. I think it just depends upon where your front door faces, not so much where you park. Oh boy.
Another big wall.
Yes, lovely big wall.
No parking. Okay.
Somebody's parking.
Yes.
The parking up there.
But yeah, that basically covers Terraville and the ghost town. What's left of it.
A good portion of Lee too.
Yes. And we've got snow on the hilltop over there too.
And it's twinkling again.
Yay. But that's been Joe for the Bud Files with Sue, co-pilot. Folks, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.